Motivation you looking for? We doing inverted crunches today. With the cam. What? Check it out. Yo. Peace to my man Sean G. He got one of the dopest channels on YouTube. If you ain't seen his channel yet, check him out. He said this message one day in one of his streams, and it struck a chord, and I could kind of agree with that. My man said, if you can't keep an oath to yourself, you weak.
All these promises and all these oaths that you made to yourself, and a lot of y'all done went back on what you said you was gonna do. You know, and that just goes to show that you go along with the herd. You assimilate into mediocrity of what everybody else is doing, because everybody run their mouth like that. Yo, after Thanksgiving, man, I'm gonna start losing weight. I'm gonna change my diet. I'm gonna leave this girl alone, or I'm gonna divorce my husband. I'm gonna leave him alone. You know, I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start getting up early. I'm gonna start going, you know, all this old bullshit, man. That's really what it ends up being. That's really what it ends up being. Some old bullshit that you done told again. Another lie that you done told again, but you told it to yourself. Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with soul. You done told another lie to yourself. You done fronted on yourself once again. Your self-esteem has went down lower than what it was once again. When is it gonna stop? You can't even keep a promise to yourself. The only thing that you truly own in this world, you can't even show no loyalty to that. And that I speak of is you. Nigga got that motherfucking Fed look. You can't even make an agreement with yourself and keep it. That's how weak you are. That shit is weak. That's weak. That's weakness. That's a sign of weakness. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I said
yes, it is.
Astigmatism in my soul.
Yes, it is. You weak. You weak. You ain't got no will, no loyalty. You definitely ain't gonna have none to me. So please stay away from me. Don't tell me you going to the store to buy me a pack of gum. I don't believe you, because you can't even keep a motherfucking promise to your motherfucking self. Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with soul. You weak.
I feel that. I feel that, and I believe that. That is true. That is very true. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Check it out. When you at your job, and when you value someone as being a good employee, right? What is that to you? Someone that comes in every day, shows up on time, does their job, doesn't complain, helps out in other areas when needed. So at the job, at your job, you probably do all of those things. But once you clock out, once it comes to you, following up on things that you said that you were going to do in your life, whatever it was, whether it was going to the gym more, reading more, spending more time with your children, going back to school maybe even, cleaning your house up maybe, getting in that old closet you never got around to, throwing out some of those things you may be hoarding that you don't need anymore, having that tough conversation that you've probably been brushing off to have. You wouldn't brush off your responsibilities at the job, nor would you respect anyone that did the same thing. So if you are not able to keep an oath to yourself, you are weak. And the reason that you're weak and you don't keep an oath to yourself is because you're not used to it. There's no consequence associated with it. So you'll keep breaking your word to yourself. For example, I'll give you a few examples. At work, you have to follow whatever instructions you're given there because there'll be a consequence. You know, you may get fired, or you won't get paid for that day, or you'll get sent home or something of that nature. The government, right? Let's say you're given instructions by the IRS. You have to keep those. You have to keep that oath because they can withhold money from you. If it's our children, you know, they depend on us for life, food, clothing, and shelter. So we have to keep our oaths to them. So we're kind of tied to that. But when it comes to yourself, right? Ourselves. If you don't go to the gym today, what's going to happen? Nothing. You know? You're not going to hold yourself to anything. Life is just going to go on. If you don't take the time to read that book that you know you should have read, if you don't take that time to have that conversation that you know you should have, you don't take that time to wash your car, do your laundry, or organize your paperwork, book some time with a therapist maybe there's some different modalities of self-care that you should be attending to that you know will improve the quality of your life. You have not done that because you are not accustomed to keeping your own word. And what happens when you constantly break your own word to yourself, you get used to that. It creates a habit. You know, you're used to obeying, and that's what it is. You're obeying everyone else around you, but you're not adhering to your own words. And what you're doing is you're teaching your subconscious mind that you're not worth being trusted. Right? If it's your snap judgment to attend to everything else outside of you that could possibly give you a repercussion that you have to live with, right? And if every time you blow off your own plans, your own goals and dreams and aspirations, you're creating a rippling effect. You're creating a consistent string of patterns inside your mind that says, hey, if you can't keep an oath to yourself, you're not worth being trusted. I don't need to listen to you. So then you constantly repeat the pattern of doing for everybody else, and you think it's their fault. It's not, it's your fault. Because you don't know how to keep an oath to yourself. And that's what makes you weak, by not knowing how to keep your own word. Whatever you think that you need to do, you need to do it. Get out there, start your day with a run. Start right, end right. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can be notified for the next insightful episode of the Freedomanteion. Peace. Just do it. Just do the damn goals. If you begin right, you end right.